Coming to your seated posture, sitting in a chair, arms by your side, palms facing up, or cross legs, half lotus or full lotus. As you close the eyes, focus on that space in between the eyebrows and take that deep breath in through the belly, engaging the diaphragm, filling up the lungs fully and completely, and slowly exhaling as you pull that belly button in towards the spine, letting out the last bit of breath. Starting all over again, taking that deep breath into the belly and slowly exhale, allowing each breath to get heavier and heavier as you sink into your personal meditation. Today we're going to hear some thoughts from Michael A. Singer. He is author of The Untethered Soul, The Journey Beyond Yourself. He made the New York bestseller list. And he opens with a quote, a famous William Shakespeare quote. "This above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow as the night the day. Thou canst not then be false to any man." He says that the Shakespeare age-honored words sound so clear and unambiguous. They basically state that to maintain an honest relationship with others, we must first be true to ourselves. But the question is, to which self are we to be true? Is it the one that shows up when we're in a bad mood, or the one that is present when we feel humbled by our mistakes? In his book, he calls on the individual, on you, he says, not experts in psychology or great philosophers, but on the single source that has direct knowledge on the subject, you. He says that you will find that you know much more than you think you did about some very deep subjects, and you already know how to find yourself. You've just gotten distracted and disoriented. He talks about the voice. He says you have a mental dialogue going on inside that just keeps going and going. He recommends to take some steps, to take a step back and examine this voice and get to know it better. The problem is you're too close to be objective. There's nothing more important to true growth than realizing that you are not the voice of the mind. You are the one that hears it. And if you do watch it objectively, you will come to see that much of what the voice says is meaningless. And if used properly, the same mental voice that has been a source of worry, distraction, and general neurosis can become the launching ground for true spiritual awakening. He also mentions that consciousness is neither pure nor impure. It has no qualities. It's just there, aware that it's aware. The difference is that when your consciousness is not centered within, it becomes totally focused on the objects of consciousness. When you are a centered being, however, your consciousness is always aware of being conscious. By focusing on itself, consciousness is contemplating the source of consciousness. This, he says, is true meditation. So check it out, The Untethered Soul. I'm about halfway through and it's super, super good, not too big of a book to read. Slowly, on the next inhale, start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, nod your head right to left. Taking a deep breath in to the nose, and on the next exhale, gently open your eyes. Namaste.